This is Calvin. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Have a good day. Whoa, I'm Harvey, and today my friend Jimmy and I are studying about the three civil rights acts. Yeah, well, we have to learn about it, and let's see. What were they? Oh, I remember. Let me see if Jimmy remembers. Jimmy! You remember the three civil rights acts? We have to understand it. And more importantly than that, we have to learn it. Oh boy! I know I'm going to do all right. We have a big test coming up, so I have to be ready because we're going to be taking a test in Mr. Antonio's classroom. Yeah, it's about the Civil Rights Acts.
Oh, yeah, I have to remember that. Let's see. Hey, maybe I should ask my teacher, Mr. Antonio, about the three, I think it was four civil rights acts. Let's see. If I can remember, 1866, that's when the first Civil Rights Act was done for African Americans, and it there were three things in it. Let's see, the 13th Amendment, which freed the slaves. 14th Amendment um, gave them citizenship, I believe. Yeah, and oh, I have to remember the 15th Amendment uh, said that African American men could vote. Ah, yeah. Well, I'll ask Mr. Antonio. He knows. He's my school teacher. Hey, Mr. Antonio. Well, what about the Civil Rights Acts? Okay. Well, Jimmy, that's I can help you out with that. Now, let me tell you that there were four Civil Rights Acts, and you did name the first one. Then there's a Civil Rights Act of 1875. That's when President Grant was president. Well, his name was Grant. He became a president. He was a general in the Union Army. And, well, let's look at this. Now, that Civil Rights Act was put together by a guy by the name of Charles Sumner of Massachusetts. He stated in his Civil Rights Act that public accommodations would be open to all people, regardless of race, and that meant like a restaurant. And also, the House of the Congress put bans on things like they said it wasn't going to be permitted anymore for discrimination to be acted in churches, cemeteries, and schools. Then, well, years later, almost 80 some odd years later, there came the Civil Rights Act of 1957. That was done by President Eisenhower. And some of the highlights of that were simply this, and I can tell it to you right now. The Civil Rights Act by President Eisenhower marked the first time since Reconstruction that the federal government undertook significant legislation and action to protect the civil rights of African Americans, really all citizens of the United States. It established a civil rights division and the Department of Justice to enforce federal officials to, while it empowered the federal officials to prosecute individuals that denied or abridged or tried to stop citizens from having their right to vote. Moreover, it created a six-member U.S. Civil Rights Commission with they were assigned to investigate crimes or allegations that people would say that they would not have the right to vote. So that happened. But this was the first time since Reconstruction after the Civil War that, well, that the federal government began to take a much larger approach to civil rights of African Americans and all citizens of the United States. Now, 1964, that's the one that we're most familiar with Dr. Martin Luther King and President Johnson. The 1964 Civil Rights Act, well, it focused on making certain, once again, that all public places open up to the public, were segregated, not with no segregation. In other words, anybody could come into your restaurant. Also, there was not to be any more discrimination based on race, religion, or national origin. In other words, the country you come from, or whether you're a male or female. So that's what took place. Hope that answered your question, Jimmy. And just remember, you have to answer those questions on the test.
Oh, that helped me out. Now I can understand things a little bit better. Hope you learned something too. Have a good day. Thank you for watching Calvin's Neighborhood. Hey, if you want us to come out and perform for you live, just go to www.harveysampuppets.com. Hope to see you soon.